Alright guys, so I'm working on the diffuser right now. Hold on, let me turn off this music. Alright, so if you can see, I kind of got this side.
Hey, listeners, try Free Prints, the free app that lets you get all those great photos off your phone.
So if you can see, I kind of started putting this side together. This is all plastic epoxied together. It looks ugly. I'm going to clean it up later. But I do have to rebuild this part so that it flows a little better. But I kind of got the lines matched up here. I cut this down a bit on this side, if you can see that, so it flows better with the bumper. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did it on this side. If you can see, this lip needs to be cut down here. This needs to be cut down here so that it sits more flush against the bumper. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down so that way I can get it flush, and then I'm gonna go follow up my measurements before I go ahead and screw this into the bumper, so that way I can go ahead and epoxy this together. So first off, let's go ahead and cut this lip off. So pretty much all I'm doing is taking this flat line here and following it down to here. So I'm gonna cut off this whole section right here. So I got my rough line marked out. Just gonna take my cutoff wheel. So since I already did the other side, I know that I have to grind down the inside of this a little bit more so that it can sit flush. This inside edge is gonna cause it to not be able to sit flush against the back bumper. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind this down. Alright, let's go test fit it. See how it fits nicely now? I may have to cut a little bit more off of this edge here, so that this area, there's a little gap here. But other than that, it sits pretty nicely. Let me just get my marker. Alright, so I like the way it fits here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill this into the bumper so I can go ahead and fill in the gap. Alright, so now to fill this gap here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that piece that I cut out. I'm gonna cut 1.5 inches off of this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just pretty much stick it back in here and plastic epoxy it together. And then for this part here, like the other side, I'm probably gonna leave it empty because I'm gonna have to shape this to flow a little bit better. Because if you can look on here, they're two different sizes. This part is over here and then the bigger part is over here. So I kind of need it to blend because I'm not gonna put this this curve in the diffuser. So I need to somehow get this part to flow a little bit more better. really should be using a mask. But anyway, so here's that piece that I need to fill in this gap here. This is why I cut off the top part first. So I'm pretty much gonna just see how much I need. So what I'm pretty much gonna do is start grinding down the edges until I can get this to fit nice and snug in here. I'm pretty much what I'm going to be using to grind down the edges is my Dremel here with this sanding wheel. So let's go ahead and sand this down now. Alright, so I grinded it down. I'm not sure if you can see, but the piece fits pretty good in here. Almost perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix up some epoxy and get this glued in here.
If you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here.
Alright, so I got some epoxy spread over this filler piece here. So once this dries, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, take it off the car, flip it over, and go ahead and epoxy the back. I might reinforce it with some fiberglass. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, so let's give this about maybe 15 to 20 minutes to dry, and then we'll get back to it.
I just wanna. Deep inside, I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to